Coach, from beautiful South Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, Week 15 begins with a great Thursday night matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Miami Dolphins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. That's into the hands of Reynolds. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Open man is Gordon, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he hits Drake. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Rosen now off the bootleg. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Running, it's Drake. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Rosen on 1st and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 5 catches, 51 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Throwing now, Rosen on first down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Here we go again. Here we go.
Rosen again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to be incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. 3rd and goal. Rosen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. It's a foot race. He's at the 30. 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. We it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. A partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the shotgun, it's Rosen into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And a nice little start as he's able to get this up to the 28. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On the ground, Kamara. And an alley to run. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Leo!
Looking to throw. Bruce. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, and we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Now a draw play with Drake. Shreds the tackle, and he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup to get him back to the original line of scrimmage with 3rd down coming up.
Check, 47. Push him back. Push him back.
On third down, Rosen. They'll set up the screen to Drake. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up fourth down. So unable to get any yardage at all off of the screen there on third down.
And ordinarily on third down, that's when you want to bring pressure. You get all your guys who want to get after the quarterback. But how about the patience they showed? Read the play, snuffed it out, and made a nice stop.
Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
2nd and 4. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. On first down, it's Floyd, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. To throw on third down. Bruce. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 77 yards. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. He put quite a bit of... air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now 21-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Rosen. Got Gordon open, completes it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rosen to throw again. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 20-yard line. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game.
And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Cameron Jordan in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. The Dolphins on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Rosen will throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Good stuff. Keep doing that.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season.
Ready.
Because here we are in
Season of
December.
giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. 2nd and 2. Looking long for Thomas. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play there for the Saints. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 1st and 10, Bruce. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Here's Kamara off the draw. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on 2nd down. They hit him with the draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on 2nd and long, when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are out in the field, and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback. And oftentimes you can bypass them with a running play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give them confidence.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now Rosen on first down. Able to get this to Gordon. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Rosen. Gets it to Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 38-yard line. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Out is Carlson now for the Raider field goal. This from 36 yards out. Carlson able to put this one through, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53. Defense wins championships, baby.
A final shot before break. Bruce going up top. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Set now to go for the 3rd quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Ready?
Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go now. It's 60 or 55. Good track, good track.
They'll run on first down. Floyd. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And his throw is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 47. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because when they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go, D. Get off the field.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bruce. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 10 yards. Good for his Saints. First down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because...
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Alvin Kamara, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to... pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Lutz with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And it's right about this time of year you start to say this is when the cream rises to the top. Week 15, 3 weeks left to go, but still plenty to be determined.
And I think for most teams the obvious is to try and be the number 1 or number 2 seed. But when you look at it across the league and throughout the history of trying to get to the Super Bowl, the teams you really fear are the ones that get hot and sometimes sneak in at a 5 or a 6 seed because we've seen those teams actually get to the Super Bowl and occasionally win it.
Yeah, you think of the Giants a couple of times. Steelers have done it. You're right. It has happened and will happen more in the future, I'm sure. But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to go back to Stills, and that'll bring up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
That's caught out wide by Stills. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window flipped. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
That's complete. It's Gordon. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. You look at the numbers for him, and 1,000 yards obviously well within his sights, barring injury. He will get there. The question, will he get there in this game?
Well, he would love to. Duh, right? Of course he would. But, you know, watching him play this year, we often talk about defenses, you know, allocating extra resources to try and stop a guy of his ilk, right? But you know what else kicks in? His pride to say, okay, I don't care how many you throw in my direction, I'm still going to find a way to get open. I will use different moves. I will move against formation. I will come underneath routes and try and run through some people and kind of get natural picks in order to work his way open. He wants to get that 1,000, and he doesn't want any less passes to come to his direction.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
10 logo. Go, baby, turn over. Get that ball. Get that ball. Gone.
Off play action. Bruce. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Christian Wilkins showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The Saints on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
53's the mark. 53. Check 53. They gonna need some therapy after this. Let's go.
From the gun, Bruce. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Room here to run. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. 1st down.
Go. 70, Indy.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
61, matchbox, lights. Defense.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Flushed out right. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's Rosen to throw. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And now it's Rosen looking. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd down and 12. Now Rosen looking to throw. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. 4th down. Here's Rosen. And it is incomplete. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Bruce. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Kamara trying again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
It's going to be a long...
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.